Nil Paul 4 donates $9. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
They say, Tom and Ben, take my dono virginity.
Oh.
Cheers for all the laughs and chats. Any film recommendations? I just watched The Wailing, and I feel like you'd enjoy. Thanks for getting me back into Warhams. Kremlo came on my face.
Oh, Kremlo.
What the heck? The Wailing. What is The Wailing?
I don't know. I watched a bad horror film the other day.
Yes?
What was it called? It's called Malignant.
I watched Malignant and I fucking loved it.
Really?
I really...
I was watching it. I couldn't decide if you would like it or not. Because for me, it was terror bad.
First half... okay, right. I thought a lot of it was just... really, I kind of didn't care for it. But I loved the ending.
The ending was wacky.
It just...
But the problem was I was so uninvested and, tapped out before the ending came that even when it started getting fucking silly, I was just like, no, you haven't earned this.
Oh, I really enjoyed the, last 20 minutes of that movie. The rest of it is just...
the most generic horror film you've ever seen.
But I really enjoyed the kind of the twist part of it, and then it just goes fucking apeshit, and I really enjoyed that.
Part of me started wondering, is this a parody? Is it purposefully terrible?
It honestly feels a bit that way.
Because it's made by the same guy who made another horror film that wasn't terrible. Look it up. Hang on. Sorry, we'll get to your film in a minute. Nils Rapport. Who made it? James Wan. So he made...
Oh, he's done loads. He did Saw. He's in charge of the Waniverse.
Amazing.
Which is literally what it's called.
So Saw, Conjuring. There was another one that was... Why can't I remember? Yeah, Annabelle. Insidious.
Oh, I didn't really care for Insidious, but The Conjuring I did like. The first Conjuring I think is honestly a really good horror movie.
So I just thought... anyone who's made all of these horror films, most of which are well received, can't have made a film as kind of terrible and generic as the start of the first half of this film is, without meaning to do it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like...
yeah, no, I see. I fully see what you're saying.
I think maybe he wanted to make it feel so run-of-the-mill that by the time it goes wacky, it feels
it's such a twist.
More impact.
Yeah.
It's my theory, at any rate.
Yeah, I think that kind of makes sense. Is it actually good? I enjoyed it.
I think I was expecting a very different film.
Okay.
So that first hour was hard to get through because it wasn't meeting my expectations. You know?
Yeah.
But yeah, the ending was pretty fucking goofy. It's definitely like a B-movie horror.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Super enjoyed.
But, sorry, let's get back to Wailing.
Has it got The Strangers in...
Oh, was it something different in...
Korean?
Okay.
Yeah, I'd give that a go. I like Asian horror a lot because it often has a real different sort of pacing, and just that alone
the sort of alienness of it
a bit more unsettling.
Yeah,
and I think that is always really good.
Yeah, that definitely makes sense.
And also, I think there's just something about sort of a lot of the Asian style ghosts and stuff like that, which feels so different from the more gothic demons or ghosts that we have, their versions of evil spirits and stuff. It's just a whole different mythos that I guess maybe just because we're not as familiar with.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of fresh, isn't it? I think that's a big part of it, because it's hard to be afraid of something that you understand and know inside out and are familiar with.
Yeah.
You know, unusual and different is definitely a plus for spooky stuff.
But yeah, I would 100% watch that. Sounds...
Stick it on the list.
Pretty good. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. Pyrovan donates $3. Thank you, Pyrovan.
Thank you.
Say, dear Tom and Ben, my local friendly game store had a box of 3 old secondhand White Dwarf mechs, and I was able to take away, which is why I can tell you the plastic Gore, Ungore, Bedgar, and Minotaur kits all came out the 6th of February 2010. White Dwarf 362.
Doubt. I think maybe they got re-released in 2010, but those plastic Gore.
13 years ago. I was a fucking child.
Yeah, I was like young when they came out.
I reckon, well, I'm going to say like more like 18 years ago. Also, plastic Minotaurs didn't come out, I guess, well, maybe in 2010.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the plastic Minotaurs came out in 2010.
And
I'd
plastic
agree with
Bedgar, but at the time is when they still had metals. And I think it was still the old metal Bedgar was sold because they released at the same time or a little bit later, the Pestigore and the Cornigore.
Yes.
Which were the new updated ones.
These are definitely like early 2000s, late 90s. There's no way they came out in 2010. But there's no way of like finding this stuff out, is there? Like these guys.
But those I can believe came out in 2010.
I believe those guys came out in 2017.
Hideous models.
They came out quite a long time after. I don't know how to look this stuff up, though.
Yeah, when it was released. I was just trying to think of what I was playing at the time, because I bought a box of them.
I think it would have been like 6th ed? Or 5th ed? Or something?
5th or 6th, maybe. That is the box.
This is the box, yeah. Maybe there's a... Zoom and enhance. That says 2003 on it. Yeah.
But
before 2003.
Pow. That makes more sense to me.
Gore got released in 7th ed. No, they didn't.
They were definitely before that.
They're definitely before 7th ed.
I think 5th or 6th is a very solid guess.
Yeah. Boom. Nerd flex.
Take that. See, like we know stupid information like that rather than, a second language, for example.
I stand by my choices, Tom.
Just, oh God, so often I have that like little bit of an existential crisis of like,
re-released, they said. They didn't say re-released. I'm reading it now. Pyrovan said, I can tell you that the plastic Gore, Ungore, Bedgar, Minotaur kits all came out in 2010. No mention of re-releasing.
But I guess technically they did come out then as well, even if they were already out. There was a new box.
Well, they just changed the packaging. The models didn't change. Oh, in 2010 they put them in a 10-man box.
Oh.
Ah, I see.
Sad. Oh, because I guess in this box you got like 10 Gore, 10 Ungore, or something like that. Oh, 12 Gores, 8 Ungores.
That's awkward.
But that's when you had the mixed...
Yeah,
the mixed units.
That's right.